On to the MLB playoffs, the American League Championship Series. Texas Rangers, Bruce Bochy's Texas Rangers beat Dusty Baker's Houston Astros in 7 games. Rangers won Game 7 pretty convincingly, 11-4. ALCS MVP. Give me the name.
Adolis Garcia.
Thank you, Adolis Garcia.
Huge series that he had.
10 for 28, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. That is a hell of a series.
7 games. I mean, I don't love the RBI stat necessarily, but that's a lot of runs batted in one series.
I believe that's the most runs batted in one series, maybe in MLB history.
I haven't heard that, but I'd take your word for it. That's a lot.
Also, in news that broke about, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours ago, Dusty Baker announced that he's retiring. To me, the nail in the coffin for him being a Hall of Famer was
winning the World Series.
Winning the World Series.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, congrats. You always have love for us and the San Francisco fans.
Oh, yeah.
Hell of a career, hell of a baseball life, just kind of like Bob Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
Great baseball life, and I hope you enjoy retirement because you deserve it.
Yeah.
And you finally got the monkey off your back, as Steve Young would say.
Yeah, good for Dusty. He had a great managerial career, great playing career as well, like you said. So definitely happy for him. I mean, I wasn't rooting for the Astros last year, but was definitely happy for him individually after they won that series.
Yeah. So a couple notes I want to give for the Rangers-Astros series, since it's now concluded.
Mm-hmm.
Bumgarner. Did you see Bumgarner texted Bochy?
I heard about that.
To offer to pitch in Game 7? I love that. How can you not? As a baseball fan, especially as a Giants fan, you just get the biggest kick out of that.
Right.
Because, let's be real. I mean, this isn't 2014 Bumgarner, but if that guy was like, if he's got to come out and pitch,
yeah.
I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
I don't really care what the circumstances. I don't care how old he is.
Right.
If it's Game 7, money's on the line.
I just love that he's got a little sense of humor too, because Madison Bumgarner is pretty dry, just
like brick wall. Type
yeah,
dude, right?
Exactly.
Bochy has never lost a Game 7 in his career.
Now that's pretty awesome. Was he 6-0? I think it was.
Something like
I think
that.
I saw that. Yeah.
But fortunately for Dusty Baker, he has never won a Game 7 in his career.
That's tough.
Hence the 2002 World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it wasn't 6-0. It was 6-0 in winner go home games, which most of those are Game 7. Some could be Game 5s, but yeah.
This is also Bochy's 5th World Series appearance, 3rd different team. Can't forget about the 98 or 2000 Padres.
The 98 Padres.
98 Padres.
Yeah.
And I believe he's the first coach ever to win an LCS with 3 different teams.
Wow.
He knows how to win. And I'm definitely rooting for the Rangers to win.
Yeah. I mean, I'd feel good either way, but I think similarly to rooting for Dusty, I'd do it for him like I would for Butch, Yeah.
In the National League Championship Series.
Shocker of the year.
The Arizona Diamondbacks. Yes, you heard that right. Beat the Philadelphia Phillies in 7 games. Arizona won Game 7, 4-2. NLCS MVP, Ketel Marte. See, I can get that one.
Did you get that?
12 for 31. 4 doubles.
Yeah, 4 doubles.
Thank you. And a 987 OPS.
Nice series for him.
That's a very nice series.
He's also got an MLB record with a 16-game postseason hitting streak to begin his career. So, first 16 postseason games he's played in, he's gotten a hit in each one of them. It's pretty incredible.
Hell yeah, that is.
I honestly don't even remember the last time he was in the playoffs because the Diamondbacks haven't been going very often, obviously. He was with the Mariners, I believe, before, so maybe, but that wouldn't have been with them either, so. But anyways, yeah.
It's just...
Or I guess that could have been all this year. 16 games, because they did...
3 with the...
3 with the Dodgers. No, that's not 16. That's not enough.
Did he play anywhere else before?
I'm trying to think. Because I only remember him with the Mariners and the Diamondbacks. Let's look him up. Ketel Marte, where are you at?
But talking about the Diamondbacks, did anybody see this coming? I think they're the lowest... Were they the lowest seed overall in the playoffs, or were they the lowest seed just in the National League? It's either it's one or the other.
Well, they definitely were. Well, they won 84 games. I want to say they probably had the worst the worst record to make the playoffs.
and they're in the World Series.
Yeah.
It's just, because they're that team. They're the franchise, and yes, they have won a World Series, and yes, it was against a dynasty.
Right.
When they had Randy Johnson and Kurt Schilling and all them. But to see them back in the World Series, it's weird. It's cool. I'm happy for them.
Right.
Doesn't mean I like rooting for the underdog most times, but like we said, they got Bochy on the other side.
Right.
Hard to root against him, but I'll be happy really either way to who wins this World Series.
Yeah, I think it's cool when you see an up and coming team make it this far. But yeah, I think. I'm not the type of guy to root for like a division rival when they're in the World Series. Like that's just, it's not something I think about. It's not that I wouldn't do it. It's just not something I think about. So I do feel like I'm kind of pulling for the Rangers, but
so if it was Diamondbacks Astros, you root for the Astros?
I'd probably root for the Diamondbacks in that situation.
Gotcha.
We've seen the Astros win a lot in recent years. I don't need to see it again.
And like everybody had it down to begin the season, right? Diamondbacks,
yeah,
Rangers,
exactly.
Everybody had that down, right?
That's something that's kind of fun about baseball, and we talk about it all the time. This, Major League Baseball, National Hockey League, they kind of have that going for them. That you get to the playoffs, you don't know what's going to happen. It's just that's the way the sport's built. It's the way the league is built. So, sometimes you get predictable ones. Like a couple years ago, we had Astros and Braves in the World Series. You could have writ that up, but Rangers and Diamondbacks to start the season. You could have easily had both those teams not in the playoffs coming into the year, and they both are here in the World Series. So, pretty fun stuff.
Phillies and Astros, though. Oh, no, just the Phillies, because the Astros were on the road for Game 7, right?
No, the Astros were at home. That's another series where the Astros were a part of where the road team won every game.
That's the only time it's ever happened. And it's happened to the Astros twice.
Yeah.
Or it's happened twice, and the Astros were on the losing end twice.
Right. It's crazy.
And you got to feel for the Astros and the Phillies a little bit, losing Game 7 at home.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No.
Ever.
Crowd never... And like the people that go to that game, because, they're like 90% going to be the home team, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That's tough.
You're like, dude.
I will say that I was kind of pulling for the Phillies because the playoff games that we've seen played at Citizens Bank Park have been incredible.
It's like you're watching an Eagles game.
That's the best. It's got to be the best baseball fan base going right now.
Probably.
You could say it's one of the best sports cities in the country for sure.
Yeah, you can put up there with Chicago,
right?
Even Boston when they stink.
Yeah, Boston, New York, they got good fan bases.
Certainly not the Giants.
Yeah, right. but yeah, it's kind of like fuck Philly, but at the same time, they're. You got to hand it to their fan base.
Yeah, Phillies fans, sorry. At least you got the Birds still going.
Yeah, the Birds. Got the Birds. So, I forgot the Diamondbacks made the playoffs in 2017. Ketel Marte was on that team.
There you go.
They played 4 games that year.
And he must have had a hit in all 4 of those games?
Yep.
There you go.
16-game hitting streak. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Not easy to do. And, so... we got to make a prediction right now. Rangers, Diamondbacks. Since we're here,
I'll go first. I'm gonna go Rangers in 6. World Series MVP. I'm gonna go Corey Seager.
I like that. That's a good pick. Rangers in 6. I think. I'm afraid to say it, but I think it could be short. I think Rangers in 5 is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. MVP though. I can't see Garcia going off again. Seager's a good call. That's a tough one. I'll go. Who's the Nate Lowe? Nate Lowe, the first baseman. He's a power hitter.
Okay.
He's gonna go off.
Did I also pick Corey Seager because that's the only name that I know on the Rangers? Absolutely.
Who knows? Could be a pitcher.
Bochy winning another World Series with another team it just feel weird.
Yeah.
We're really happy for him, like I already said.
Right.
But. Go get your rings, boy.
Right.
Go get your rings.
Part of me almost doesn't want him to win it just because, so we could say that he only won one for us.
Yeah. Because he'd have the Padres last and the Rangers last.
Yeah. Could only do it in the black and orange.
Because there's no really debate that he's not going to be Hall of Famer. Right? He's there. Especially if he wins another one. You can't say no to him.
Yeah, he's come back. He's come back, taking a Rangers team that was terrible last year and taking them to the World Series. That alone is impressive.
Dude knows how to manage some ball.
Yeah.
Dark horse MVP, I'll say. I forgot. Max Scherzer.
Yeah, Scherzer. I even like Jordan Montgomery from pitcher standpoint. He's had a good postseason.
And If they win, would you count DeGrom getting a ring? Is he even eligible for one?
I don't know how that works.
Did he play enough games?
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know how that works though.
Okay.
Is there a minimum for getting credit? I mean, I want to say he pitched like 6 or 7 games.
I would imagine there maybe is. That could be.
I don't know.
I thought you would know.
It could be 1 game. I don't know.
Okay. but no, I would not count it because I feel like you got to be on the World Series team.
That's kind of how I feel, or at least. Well, it's tough because sometimes guys play like 100+ games or whatever, but they just don't make the playoff roster. You know, but yeah, World Series starts on Friday.
Let's go.